another guest, and this is a new guest as well. And this is Brandon Draven from the KLB podcast and Facebook. And KLB stands for K-Babe. Oh, sorry, I messed it up. Let me see here. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay, Fabulous Lucha
There you
Brothers.
go. There you go. Fabulous Lucia Brothers. Yeah.
It's a hard name to get. Don't feel too bad about that. We just decided to make it hard so that people could always get tongue twisted and we could just laugh. So
Yeah, yeah. Good people probably laugh now. I should skip KLB, but hey, thanks
yeah.
for coming on my show.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I can't wait to get some topics going here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let me just start up to my listeners to how I found you guys out. So, obviously, I am a wrestling fan. Been a wrestling fan for a while as well, and I'm always looking at for new reviews and stuff. And I think I've known you guys for not a while, but 'cause I couldn't remember how I found your page. But this is what happened. So I guess the Royal Rumble with Ronda Rousey, the one she debuted. I
Hmm.
think like the first one, because I'm all looking at different people on YouTube of hey, let me hear some more reviews, and I came upon Danny, right? Danny, your co-host from World of Beatdom.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's his YouTube, and you guys have like 3 hours of content. I'm like, oh whoa, let me check this dude out. And you were on there, and you guys were laughing, having a good time. And he mentioned, you guys really want to get real. We have a KLB page that got a little more, more content and a little more grittier, I guess. So that's how I
Right.
found out. I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what these guys are about. I like these guys. You're right. They're laughing, they're entertaining. So let me check out their website and their podcast. And yeah, long story short, man, I loved it, and I've been hooked ever since. And I got on the Facebook page. You guys got a cool Facebook page. You guys all come together and made me feel welcome. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's been a great experience. We started the show way back in 2014. It was just me and Danny. What happened is that we were just talking about wrestling on the phone, just personal, you know.
yeah,
And eventually, we were like, well, we have such a good time talking that let's record this and turn it into a podcast, you know, because I didn't want to go on the internet. I have my issues with online stuff.
oh, I
The
see.
internet the internet could be a very toxic place if you allow it to get to you. So I ended up just he kind of convinced me to give it a shot, and then we just started from there, and we grew a little bit of a fan base, and we've been going strong ever since. And the thing about the KLB podcast is that it's not really it's really just two guys having fun about wrestling. There's not really we don't
Yeah,
go too deep into analyzing it. We're not we just want to celebrate how wacky
yeah,
wrestling could be, because it's wacky, it's entertaining, it's funny at times. So that's the kind of energy we wanted to bring, and we were able to do that. And so I think a lot of people gravitate towards that because you want to find that you want to have like a Monday Night Raw recap, or you want to have a pay-per-view recap. There's thousands of podcasts that are going to do that,
oh yeah,
and they're all going to do it with that snobby, I know how to book wrestling better than you attitude, right? And I don't like that stuff. I mean, we talk about it in a joking way on the podcast, but usually it's just us celebrating wrestling, because I think people forgot that wrestling unifies us all, and the people that like it, and so we should all celebrate that. So that's what we do.
yeah. No, that's awesome. That's why I gravitated. And plus, and then we'll talk about this. You guys are like historian. Like when I listen to you guys, I'm like, man, I didn't know all this stuff. But you and I are the same age. We talked about it off air. I know you always do like what post what do you get post 87 or something?
Oh yeah, the post 87, but yeah,
That's
the
weird.
more
Yeah, I never heard that before.
yeah, that, we live in very politically correct times, and I think sometimes people could be a little too sensitive to the
Uh huh.
point of ridiculousness or absurd. So I just dub them the post 87 generation. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, and we live in these kind of times where there's certain things we can't say anymore because
Yeah.
everybody gets offended. So we kind of made a joke out of it.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you guys are like honest and you guys are historian. There's some stuff I didn't even know. And I consider myself to be a pretty long fan. Born in '79. Watched it most of my life, and I also right now I'm more into like the backstage stuff, and she's seeing all the stuff. She's interesting to me. You guys
Yeah.
kind of break it all down. You guys got more content that I really enjoy, and you make it fun. Like I said, oh, you have to tell that this joke that you always tell. You have to tell this joke about what's his name, Iron Sheik, and come with the wrestler who had a drug test. or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one? Can you elaborate on?
Iron Sheik and some wrestler had to do a drug test, and he got sad or something, and Iron Sheik like kind of cheer them up or tried to cheer them up, and
Oh, are you talking about the one with Jake the Snake where he passed the cocaine across the border for him from him?
no about the some wrestler. Hey, I'll tell it, but you always
Oh, hey,
like,
you tell it.
yeah, yeah, okay, so I guess there was a wrestler, and I didn't know all this information. That's why I love you guys. You guys have like some deep knowledge that I've never heard of. Okay, I guess the story goes some wrestler had to take a drug test, and he was like down and out, and he's like kind of sad, I guess, and then Iron Sheik was like, what's going on? What's wrong? Drug test, how'd it go? And this guy's like, yeah, I tested positive. And then Iron Sheik goes, oh, that's great, positive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
I do
got
remember
every
that.
time,
Yeah, that's
man.
a true story. Shiki Baby is always giving us the great stories. You know,
Yeah.
everything from that one. That's a classic one. Because in his mind, positive means good,
Yeah.
right? So he's like, well, there's nothing. What are you doing, man? There's nothing to be scared. It's a good thing. But Shiki Baby is so happy for you. And the wrestler's like, what are you talking about? I failed the test of positive. And then
Oh
there's the
man.
other one where Jake the Snake was scared to pass like a gram of cocaine or something across the border.
Okay.
So he gave it to Cheeky so he could pass it for him, go across the border with it, and then when it was over, uh, he gave the cocaine back to Jake the Snake, and Jake the Snake didn't give him any, and Cheeky's like. This motherfucker, I passed it through the border. He don't give me not 1 ounce of cocaine, not one little sniff of cocaine. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. And
Oh
so
man.
that upset him too. And of course, there's a classic one where Chris Benoit,
Mm.
who we call the murderer on the show, by the way,
Yep. Yep.
because he is a murderer.
Yep.
He called Cheeky Baby crying because he was depressed. With the days leading up to what he did. And what makes me laugh about that story is that everybody knows that Chris Benoit was a man's man. He was not gonna say the phrase "cheeky baby" to the Iron Cheek because that's not who he was. If anything, he would have called him Cheek or Iron Cheek. But when Iron Cheek tells the story, he's like, he called me and he says, "Cheeky baby, I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I don't know what to do." And I'm like, that's what makes me laugh. Is like he would never call this man Cheeky baby. You
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
so anyways, yeah, the Iron Chick's a classic. He's been around for years, and
Oh yeah.
he's had his own demons too that he's kind of overcome, from what I understand, over the last couple of years. So good for him. Yeah, he's still out there doing the rounds.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and that's what I love about you guys. I mean, I've never heard these stories. Of course, I didn't, get into all the inside. I didn't know how to get into all the inside stuff in the 80s and 90s. And you know what I mean? I was a fan, but maybe I just didn't look deep enough, or maybe I had to,
Well,
But now I
right,
know
right.
all this
Well,
stuff from you guys.
yeah, the information back then was very hard to come by. Now with the internet, everything's out there. But back in the day, you really had to search it out as a fan. And I got lucky that I got introduced to the Wrestling Observer rather young. I was like 16 or 17 when I got introduced to it for the first time. So I've been a smart mark, quote unquote, for years since I was a teenager. And I always kind of knew those stories. And plus, I decided that I just wanted to learn the history of wrestling the right way, because the thing about wrestling is that companies will create a fake history so it could benefit them. You have WWE claiming, 93,175 at
Yeah.
WrestleMania 3 when the real number was like 78,000, and it's like you tell people that now and they go insane. They're like, "What are you talking? No, no, it's 93,000." And so it's like, no, that wasn't the real number. But you can't argue with the company line. They've been saying that for so many years, and so many people grew up on that number that if you tell them the truth, they kind of freak out on you. But that's what doing research on wrestling is all about, and that's why I enjoy doing it. And we get to find out the truth about wrestling and its real history,
Yeah.
rather than what we call the kayfabe history
Yeah.
of professional wrestling that the companies have created.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I gravitated. So you guys, I'm laughing because yeah, you guys got so much content on there, and I can always go back and say, I wonder we're really having this screw job, or what was going
Yeah,
on.
even like in wrestling, I've been able to meet all my heroes as well.
Nice.
So that's another thing that's pretty cool.
Nice. I just met Kirk Cameron in
Well,
movies.
that's pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying? I did a little evangelism. He had to like wear the mask and stuff. And then, yeah, I went to a couple what do you call it, boot camps or conventions.
I think he lives over there in the Arizona area, right?
What? Are you serious? No, I didn't know anything about Kirk Cameron. He lives in Arizona now.
Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not sure though.
I don't.
I'm
Yeah, I don't
not.
know.
I'm
I
not.
don't.
I'm not Kirk Cameron's biographer, so I was. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, yeah, no. And then wrestling wise, I always wanted to meet Shawn Michaels, and I kind of did. It was a period where he had to take a 2 year break. He broke his back, so he was doing
Yes.
all this media, and then he came to Arizona to the Diamondback game to throw the ball or whatever. But man, I had to wait in line for an hour and a half, and I didn't get to get there to him because like they said, oh, Shawn Michaels has to go now. I was like, oh man. And then he kind of jumped the barrier. He's like, ah, screw it. And then he started, walking, and everybody crowded up to him. So I didn't really meet him, but I went and I shook his hand, and I had to take off.
Have you gone to a lot of wrestling shows in your time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. In the '80s, I went in the '80s with my brother when he was like only 5 years old. Man, I saw like Bret Hart. I went to like I guess they call it dark matches, like back in Phoenix. Like
Yeah.
I remember, I'd go. My parents would drop me off, and there'd be nobody there, and I could see my brother and I could see through the bleachers, like everybody dressing and stuff. Like
So so
even
you so so you've grown up in Phoenix your entire life?
yep.
So did you go to WrestleMania 26?
No, actually, I haven't been to any WrestleMania. I kind of took a break from wrestling after like when Kane kind of exposed his mask.
Because they were in your city like 10 years ago, right?
I know. Yeah, the HBK last match and all that.
Yeah, I was there live for that. Yeah,
What?
it was a tremendous experience.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, like I said, right now I'm not into getting into wrestling. I'm more like I guess I'm a smart mark like you. Like I used to like all the behind the scenes stuff. But
Yeah.
no, no. My first wrestling show was like I was gonna say, like my brother said hi to, they waved at Bret Hart when there was no fans, and you can see through the bleachers, and you see him changing. And my brother's like, he was a mark. He go Bret, and Bret looked through like the bleachers, and he waved back. And they were like, yo, that's what I. So yeah, I go to shows. I mean, I haven't gone in a while, like the big ones now. No, I think the last one I went to was like Judgment Day. Um, with I think oh the main event was Kali fighting Undertaker, and my brother's friend got real mad because Kali came on Undertaker like a chop, and that was it. And then
Yeah.
he got complaining in the car like, man, that's dumb. That was the last wrestling match I went to, to show, and that
All
was a while.
right.
I think 2005, I believe.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. But hey, actually, do you want to play a little game real quick? I know I didn't tell you this, but real quick about wrestling. You, are you on for a 1 minute game?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, okay. I never done this myself. I'm just gonna name a wrestler, and you can give one word. Like if I say Steve Austin, you say beer. You know. You know.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why I want to do this, but I don't know. You're still. At least do it for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna take some names and whatever
Go
comes
for it.
to your head.
Bring me the names.
It's gonna be funny. Okay. Roman Reigns.
Um, underrated.
Okay. Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Um, Irish.
Seth Rollins.
Uh, dummy. He's a big dummy.
Matt Riddle.
Underused.
Cody Rhodes.
Smart.
What about Shawn Michaels?
One of the greatest ever. That's more than one word. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Jericho.
The best. The GOAT. How about that?
Yes, yes, yes. Daniel Bryan.
Smart as well.
Kane. Kane.
Oh, Kane. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Kane.
sorry. Yeah.
Longevity.
Yes. I think. Here's a good one. Diana Perrago.
Ah.
Okay. Say whatever. One word. It don't matter.
Oh boy. You know what? Cute. I'm gonna say cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Yeah.
She's got some genes that she's got to fight because she's a little. You could tell when she's had a little too much on the weekend, a little too much of them muffins and stuff like that. But no, she's very cute. She's a good worker too. She's really paid her dues.
Yeah. Kenny Omega.
Overrated.
Jim Ross.
Who?
Jim Ross. Jim
The
Ross.
goat. The goat. The greatest broadcaster of all time. Horny. How about that? Horny.
Okay, no, that's a good one. Oh, I thought Jerry the King of Lawler was that, but yeah.
No, now Jim Ross is the horny one. If
Okay.
you don't believe me, go to his Twitter and see how he acts around all
Yeah,
the ladies that
I've seen it.
stalks. I would say.
I've seen it. Okay, yeah, no, I just wanted to mess around with that. That's all. Yeah, I
Oh,
was
that's
kind of.
cool. Name association is always fun. That's cool.
There's so many names. Yeah, I wish I was trying to think of all these names and even AEW and stuff, but that's all right. You know, 'cause, I mean, they can go to your content. You know, definitely. Yeah, definitely plug in how we can get a hold of your content and stuff.
Okay, yeah, like I said, if you guys want to join us, if you guys are wrestling fans and you guys want to join us on Facebook, go to Facebook and go to groups and type in the KLB and we'll let you into that group. And like I said, it's a good group of people, respectful. We just talk wrestling, we joke around, and that's
Yeah.
pretty much what we do. And then our podcast, the K Fabulous Lucha Brothers, you go to iTunes and that's where we're at. We're the KLB, the K Fabulous Lucha Brothers podcast, and we try to go weekly, but sometimes we get busy, so we go bi-weekly. But we got some good stuff coming out. We're gonna do our own draft episode coming pretty soon,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be fun. That means that me and Big D we kind of draft our roster, and then we have a WrestleMania card after we draft our roster. So that's always fun. Um, and so that's pretty much it. And then if you guys are into movies or wrestling, my Instagram is Dead Boy Lost in LA. You guys could kind of follow me there as well. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show, man. It was a pleasure, man. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's time to reach out and just talk to people that influenced me, and you never know, right? You never know.
That's right.
And now we're friends, and we can hang out more next time or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys again. Please subscribe and go to our Facebook pages and channels, and talk to you guys later. Bye.